Children forced to own. Chapter 1 Divorce and Discouragement. Su Nianrong sat in the corner of the deserted cafe, holding a thick divorce agreement in her hand, but her eyes were staring at the drizzling rain outside the window. 4 years of relationship, in exchange for the sentence no fertility, is like an absurd transaction that was abruptly terminated. She sighed and took a sip of coffee. The strong bitterness seemed to be more real than the bitterness in her heart. She knew she needed to leave the city, from those familiar but prickly memories. On the day she decided to go to a small county to recuperate from her emotional wounds, Su Nianrong embarked on a train to an unfamiliar place alone. She wants to stay away from everything, even if it's just an ordinary little day, which is more comforting than reminiscing about the past. Chapter 2 Accidents in Small Counties. The small county town is quiet and warm, with plane trees swaying in the wind on both sides of the street, and occasional laughter from children. Su Nianrong rented a small building, and there was a small supermarket downstairs. One evening, on her way home, she accidentally heard a faint cry coming from the corner downstairs. Following the sound, she was shocked to find a little baby boy abandoned in a cardboard box, wrapped in a shabby blanket, crying bitterly. Su Nianrong squatted down and held the child in her arms. An inexplicable warm current surged in her heart. At that moment, her heart seemed to be filled with something soft. Although she knew that this responsibility was not what she wanted, her intuition told her that she could not just leave. "Child. Just follow me," she whispered. Since then, the little baby boy has become a part of her life. Su Nianrong named him Zekan, which means that he hopes he will be as bright as the morning light. Chapter 3 4 Years of Daily Life. 4 years have passed in a hurry, and Su Nianrong has changed from a frustrated woman to a mother who devotes herself wholeheartedly to her children. Every morning, she pushed Zekan to the park in the small county to play with the neighbors' children. At night, she coaxed him to sleep, watching his little hands clench her fingers, and there was an indescribable warmth in her heart. Although the small building is simple, Zekan's laughter makes this place full of vitality. Su Nianrong even forgot the pain of the past. She only knew that the little boy in front of her was her most sincere concern. However, she never thought that this peaceful life would be broken one day. Chapter 4 The Arrival of Luxury Cars. On a sunny morning, Su Nianrong pushed Zekan to play at the door of the small building as usual. Suddenly, a row of shiny luxury cars parked downstairs. The doors opened one after another, and a tall man with a cold temperament walked out. He was dressed in a decent suit, his eyebrows and eyes had an evil light. He took out a card in his hand, and said in a cold tone, 2 million, just as you have paid for raising my son in the past 4 years. Su Nianrong was stunned, both shocked and vigilant in her heart, and immediately protected Zekan behind him. The child is mine, I can't be separated from him. The man smiled slightly, his eyes with an unquestionable threat. Okay, take the big one with you. The people around him held their breath, and the air seemed to freeze. Su Nianrong's hand grabbed Zekan tightly, and the little boy babbled, as if he was feeling her nervousness. Chapter 5 Confrontation and Psychological Game. The man's name is Shen Jingchen. He is worth hundreds of millions and is an internationally renowned entrepreneur. Su Nianrong knew in her heart that he was not simply buying and selling, and there must be some complex purpose behind it. She clenched her fists and looked him in the eye. I have raised the child for 4 years. He has already regarded me as a mother. You want to take him away? It is impossible. Shen Jingchen's expression changed slightly, but he didn't show his expression. He is my flesh and blood. Do you think that 4 years of upbringing can change this fact? Su Nianrong sneered. Facts cannot be defined by blood. The happiness of children is the point. Shen Jingchen's eyes flashed and he lowered his head slightly, as if he had been challenged for the first time. Chapter 6 Unexpected Cooperation. As the days passed, Shen Jingchen did not immediately take Zekan away. He found that this woman was tenacious and wise, and even cultivated a healthy and happy character for her children during 4 years of care. One time Zekan was sick. Shen Jingchen personally came to the small building and saw Su Nianrong staying up all night guarding the child, and his heart was moved for a long time. Maybe, I underestimated you. Shen Jingchen's voice was low, if you can let Zekin grow up healthily, I am willing to give you more freedom. Su Nianrong raised her head with firm eyes, freedom does not require conditions, and the happiness of children is our common responsibility. The two reached a delicate cooperative relationship and began to try to understand and cooperate with each other, but the spark in their hearts had quietly ignited. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 7 The Waves of Life and the Sprouts of Emotions. 4 years of upbringing and sudden confrontation made the emotions between Su Nianrong and Shen Jingchen begin to change subtly. Once Zekin was playing downstairs and accidentally fell, Shen Jingchen rushed up and hugged the child, his face pale with anxiety. When Su Nianrong saw this scene, she felt a hint of warmth in her heart. In the evening, they inadvertently cooked dinner together in the kitchen, fingers touching, silence each other, and an electric current flashing through the air. Su Nianrong thought secretly, perhaps, he is not completely cold-blooded, but just expresses his concern in another way. Shen Jingchen tossed and turned in the night, and the figure of Su Nianrong protecting the child always appeared in his mind, and he found that he cared not only about the child, but also about this woman. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 8 Emotional Reversal and Sudden Crisis. Just as their relationship began to subtly close, a business crisis suddenly hit. Shen Jingchen's business suffered an internal mutiny, and his finances were secretly manipulated, forcing him to travel frequently. Su Nianrong couldn't bear to let her child be affected, so she resolutely asked for leave to help take care of Zekin. However, during this time, Shen Jingchen's cold attitude gradually melted, and he began to care about Su Nianrong's mood and her fatigue, and even took the initiative to send her home. One night, in the heavy rain, Su Nianrong went downstairs with the sick Zekin in her arms, and Shen Jingchen hurriedly rushed out of the vehicle and protected the two of them in his arms. In the midst of thunder and lightning, he whispered, "No matter the wind or rain, I will not let you go." Su Nianrong's heart was shocked, tears slipped down. She understood that this man had unknowingly integrated into her life and into her heart. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 9 The Recognition and Ultimate Possession of Love. After the business crisis subsided, Shen Jingchen took Zekin to the door of the small building, his expression softer than 4 years ago. He walked up to Su Nianrong and gently put the child into her arms. In the past 4 years, you have paid too much for him and too much for me. He took out a ring. Su Nianrong, are you willing to join me and become the mother of this family and my wife? Su Nianrong hugged Zekin tightly and looked at Shen Jingchen, her eyes full of tears. I do, but the child will always be mine. Shen Jingchen smiled evilly, stretched out his hand and hugged the mother and son into his arms. That's good, take the big one together. Since then, the three of them have formed a complete family, relying on each other and protecting each other. Chapter 10 Daily Life After Establishing a Complete Family. After the wedding, Su Nianrong, Shen Jingchen and Zekin's life was not as smooth as in fairy tales, but it was full of warmth and fun. Every morning, Zekin would always wake up his parents on time like an alarm clock. Mom, Dad, get up and have breakfast. Su Nianrong rubbed her eyes and picked him up half asleep, while Shen Jingchen always went to the kitchen, using his precise entrepreneurial thinking to calculate nutritional balance and make breakfast that Zekin liked. One day, the neighbor's cat suddenly ran into the small building and knocked over Zekin's breakfast. Zekin cried. Su Nianrong was busy comforting, but he ran to Shen Jingchen's arms and cried even louder. Shen Jingchen looked at his son's teary-eyed appearance, and suddenly smiled playfully. Are you two jointly bullying me? Su Nianrong couldn't help but laugh. Her heart was warm, and she felt that every day of this family was full of vivid little magic. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11 A New Chapter in the Business Struggle. Although Shen Jingchen's enterprise is strong, the undercurrent in the industry has never stopped. A new round of acquisition turmoil has quietly risen, and competitors intend to join forces to suppress his company. One night, Shen Jingchen received an anonymous warning. Your company will be manipulated by large-scale funds within 3 days, are you ready? Su Nianrong heard it on the side, frowning, what else can we do? Shen Jingchen looked down at her, with determination in his eyes. Since our determination to protect the family remains unchanged, there is no problem that cannot be solved. So, they worked day and night to analyze data and arrange strategies. Su Nianrong even used the social network she established in the small county to help him collect market intelligence. The tacit understanding between the two is getting better and better, and their love is quietly deepening in such cooperation. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 12 Interesting Neighborhood Stories and Children's Growth. As time passed, Zekan gradually grew up, and at the age of 4, he was already able to speak fluently and had a small personality. He likes to plant small flowers in the yard, water the flowers, and always smile brightly every time he sees them bloom. The neighbors downstairs in the small building are full of curiosity about this small family. Every day when Zekan goes out to play, he always attracts a group of children to watch, and sometimes funny things happen. For example, Zekan carried the dog of his neighbor Lao Zhang's house upstairs, making a mess, but making everyone laugh. Su Nianrong and Shen Jingchen watched from the sidelines, and Shen Jingchen couldn't help but whisper to Su Nianrong, "It seems that our little bully may be more powerful than me in the future." Su Nianrong smiled and pushed him, "Don't underestimate him, maybe one day he will play your company around." The eyes of the two met, with tenderness in their smiles, and their love slowly precipitated in the bits and pieces of life. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 13 Emotional Heating and Unexpected Challenges. With the stability of the family, the relationship between Shen Jingchen and Su Nianrong gradually heats up. One rainy night, Zekan woke up from a nightmare and cried to find his mother. Su Nianrong hugged him to sleep. Shen Jingchen gently walked behind her and put his hand on her shoulder. "You have worked hard." Su Nianrong looked back at him, and a warm current surged in her heart. "It's not hard, because of you." However, life is not always peaceful. A certain internal executive secretly colluded with the intention of stealing key technology, causing a large-scale crisis in the company. Shen Jingchen's face was solemn, and Su Nianrong did not flinch. "Let's find a way together." The two worked together. Su Nianrong used her connections and careful observation to provide key clues, while Shen Jingchen resolved the crisis with calm and decisive decision-making. This time, they are not only husband and wife, but also each other's most solid comrades in arms. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 14 Adventures and Bizarre Events. One night, when Su Nianrong was walking in the garden downstairs, she suddenly saw a cat squatting among the flowers with a shimmering glow. The cat spoke, "Zekan will face extraordinary challenges in the future, you must be prepared." Su Nianrong was shocked and pulled Shen Jingchen to the garden. Shen Jingchen frowned and looked at the cat, and asked dubiously, "What do you mean by this?" The cat smiled mysteriously, "Your love and protection are the core strength of children's growth. Only by protecting together can he face the future safely." Su Nianrong secretly sighed in her heart. It turns out that daily love and responsibility are the greatest shield for children. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 15 The Openness of Love and Family Cohesion. As Zekan grew up, the neighbors paid more and more attention to this family. Shen Jingchen decided to officially disclose his family relationship and announced that he would establish a fund with part of the company's equity to support education and child welfare in small counties. Su Nianrong was deeply moved. The children grew up healthy and happy around them, and this love gradually infected the entire community. One night, the three of them were looking at the stars in the yard, and Zekan pointed to the meteors in the sky and said, "Mom, Dad, I want every star to look at our house." Shen Jingchen lowered his head and kissed Su Nianrong, "Our star is your happiness." Su Nianrong hugged the child tightly and silently made a wish in her heart, no matter how many challenges there are in the future, they will protect this home. Chapter 16 The Warm Daily Life of Family Life. Zekan is 6 years old, lively and smart, and likes to draw and build small models. Su Nianrong would accompany him to paint every morning, while Shen Jingchen used the morning time to tell stories to his children, teaching life wisdom in an approachable way. Once, Zekan accidentally spilled watercolor on the carpet. Su Nianrong frowned and wanted to be angry, but saw Shen Jingchen squatting down and said with a smile, "It seems that our family's future little artist is going to leave a trace of creation." Su Nianrong couldn't help but laugh out loud, her heart filled with warmth. It turns out that every small accident in life can become a happy memory. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 17 The Shadow of Business Struggle. However, the calm days do not last long. Shen Jingchen's company was once again challenged by industry competitors, with a key contract secretly undermined and the other party attempting to exploit legal loopholes to embezzle core assets. Shen Jingchen returned home with a solemn face. Su Nianrong looked at him and said softly, let's find a way together, we don't only have our love, but also our wisdom and courage. So the two formulated a response plan together. Su Nianrong used her ability to observe carefully and found the other party's flaws, and Shen Jingchen used corporate resources to respond quickly. Their tacit understanding and wisdom saved the company from danger, and Zekin imitated his parents next to him, smiling brightly. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 18 Zekin's Unexpected Adventure. One day, Zekin secretly ran to the backyard of Xialo to explore and accidentally found an abandoned small warehouse. There are many old toys and worn-out books inside. Zekin excitedly ran back and pulled Su Nianrong and Shen Jingchen, Mom, Dad, we are looking for the treasure. Su Nianrong squatted down and hugged him, be careful, the treasure may also be in danger. Shen Jingchen followed with a smile, secretly feeling in his heart, children's curiosity makes their lives full of unknown and interesting. The three of them sorted out the warehouse together, sorted toys and books, and Zekin even donated some old toys to the orphanage, experiencing the joy of sharing for the first time. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 19 The Deep Sublimation of Emotions. With the increase in family daily life, the relationship between Shen Jingchen and Su Nianrong has also deepened. One night, Su Nianrong was sorting out documents in the study, and Shen Jingchen gently walked behind her and put his hand on her shoulder. You know what? Seeing you working so hard every day, I truly understand that you are not only Zekin's mother, but also an indispensable person in my life. Su Nianrong trembled slightly, and warmth welled up in her heart, and you are not only the father of the child, but also my most reassuring support. The two looked at each other and smiled, their intentions were no longer wordless, and this tacit understanding and dependence were firmer than any promise. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 20 Family Return and Community Recognition. In order to give Zekin a more complete family atmosphere, Shen Jingchen decided to officially bring Su Nianrong and Zekin back to the family. The family members were a little skeptical at first, but after seeing Zekin's lively and sensible nature and Su Nianrong's meticulous care for the children, everyone silently recognized the family. The neighbors in the small county gradually accepted this special family, the children played around Zekin, and the old people often brought snacks when they saw him smiling brightly. Su Nianrong and Shen Jingchen looked at all this and felt an unprecedented sense of belonging. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 21 The Final Crisis and Protection. Just as life was gradually stabilizing, Shen Jingchen's company once again faced a major threat. Core data was compromised, and if not handled properly, it could lead to the collapse of the company. Su Nianrong did not hesitate to participate in the investigation, and she and Shen Jingchen worked together to give full play to their respective strengths. After 3 days and 3 nights of hard work, they managed to stop the crisis and catch the mastermind behind it. He looked at his parents' tired but resolute faces, hugged Su Nianrong tightly and said, Mom, Dad, I'm so safe. Su Nianrong's eyes were full of tears, and Shen Jingchen lowered his head and kissed Zekin, no matter what happens, we will protect you. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 22 The Ending. A few years later, Zekin was already in elementary school. He was smart and sensible, and had a cheerful personality. Su Nianrong and Shen Jingchen stood at the school gate, watching the children walk into the campus with school bags on their backs, their hearts full of sense of accomplishment. Shen Jingchen held Su Nianrong's hand and said in a low voice, 4 years ago, I thought I would only take away the child, but I didn't expect to take away my heart. Su Nianrong smiled and leaned on his shoulder, and I thought I was lonely 4 years ago, but I didn't expect that you and the child filled all my blanks. Under the setting sun, the figures of the three of them were elongated and blended into the warm light. The power of love, protection, and family brings this story to a happy ending. Underscore 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 un. Postscript. Love is never just blood, nor is it just material. Su Nianrong raised her children with love for 4 years. Shen Jingchen went from indifference to learning to protect the family, and they all found the most precious support in each other in life. Children are a bond and a continuation of love. Ordinary daily life and bizarre events are intertwined, and they use patience, wisdom, and courage to protect the integrity of their family and each other's hearts. On the streets of the small county, the laughter of the three echoed, as warm as the sun. Love and protection eventually become an indelible miracle in life.